empowering you, the grassroots activist. Here is Dr. Chaps.
Gun rights advocates in Texas are now seeing lessons for other churches after a horrific shooting in a Texas Fort Worth church. Texas Tribune reports that top Texas officials cited the actions of several armed churchgoers who subdued a gunman in their sanctuary last week for a model of how other Americans, especially in churches around the country, should protect themselves from potential mass shooters. The attack, after which 2 church members and the gunman were left dead, came 2 years after the Texas legislature passed a law that authorized anyone with concealed carry license to carry their weapons into houses of worship. That law was in response to the 2017 attack on a church in Sutherland Springs that left 26 people dead before a local resident shot the gunman outside the building and forced him to flee. That shooter, who attacked in Sutherland Church, was not faced with people defending themselves inside the church, unlike this most recent shooting at the West Freeway Church of Christ in White Settlement, a suburb of Fort Worth, where last week the gunman was killed by a single shot from a church member, Jack Wilson, a former Reserve Sheriff's deputy and Army veteran. Wilson, who also owns a shooting range near Granbury, said that he started training other fellow members of the church to participate in a voluntary security team, which launched shortly after the Texas law passed 2 years ago. Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton, a Republican, said at a news conference last Monday, quote, "If there is any church in this state, in America, that was prepared for this, it was this church. They had done their training, and I think that you could see it in the results," end quote. He credited the new Texas law with making the armed congregants' quick responses possible, calling it, quote, "a model of what other churches and other places of business need to focus on," end quote. Other conservative politicians and gun rights advocates also weighed in, crediting the looser gun laws with now saving lives in this instance. Texas Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick, a Republican, said in a written statement, quote, "The brave officers from the White Settlement Police Department were on the scene in less than 2 minutes. But these men who had volunteered for the church security team had already secured their church," end quote. And that's the news. Our thanks to the Texas Tribune for that report. And let's take a moment and discern the spirits. Thank God that the spirit of light prevailed over the spirit of darkness. And I see the Spirit of God upon Jack Wilson and his security team, who are doing their part to prevent evil from coming into these church buildings. And the spirit of liberty through the Texas legislature made that absolutely possible. The Bible says this in Ecclesiastes chapter 5, "If you see the oppression of the poor, the violent perversion of justice and righteousness in a province, do not marvel at the matter. For high official watches over high official, and higher officials are over them." Reading today's headlines, doesn't it seem sometimes like the world is unreal? We hear about rumors of wars, and we see legislative and cultural battles here in America. But where is our hope? I think it's in the gospel of Jesus Christ. We're offering now a DVD series led by family ministry leader Vince D'Acchioli, Real Christianity in an Unreal World.
It behooves us to really understand what does it mean to be relevant as a Christian and to be real and to spread the gospel in a way to where more and more people will embrace it and move in the right direction.
We can send you the entire DVD series, which is 3-part teaching with Vince and a bonus of my personal testimony for a suggested donation of just $30 if you call now at 866-OBEY-GOD. Or write to the address on your screen or visit prayinjesusname.org. We want to rush you this important teaching to ground your faith in real Christianity.
Dr. Chaps needs your financial support to stay on the air. Would you please send your best donation today? Please visit PrayInJesusName.org to donate online. Or you can mail a check to Pray in Jesus Name Ministries, Post Office Box 77077, Colorado Springs, Colorado 80970. You can also call us toll-free right now at 866-OBEY-GOD. That's 866-OBEYGOD. Please sign up for our free emails at PrayInJesusName.org. Again, that's PrayInJesusName.org.